Stafford, the Magnum, Michael Bennett.
Flamingo Motorsports ran on a machine, car number 17 for the young talented driver from Palmer, Mass, Josh Wood.
Then it will be the Hammer in car number 28 from Talent. JNS Industrial Repair and DebGen are the sponsors for Rich Hammond.
Extra Mart Convenience Store, Magna Steel, number 01, for the crafty veteran from Bethany, Connecticut, Jim Mavlojanis.
Then a second-generation driver will be in car number 99. In the Erasable Images Power Washing from Oakdale, here's Chase Cook.
Then it's a Johnston Excavating Tampico Mining Machine, car number 04 for Skip Brunick.
And then borrowing a ride, car number 15, Grad Auto Machine is the sponsor for the man from Furra-Bush, New York, the Mad Professor, Michael Scorzelli.
So there you have it. That is our starting lineup. These are the late models. We've told you the point standings. Lights are off from Whelen Engineering. First name in light, sirens, and safety services used throughout the world. Whelen Engineering, American made and proud of it, with plants in Connecticut and in New Hampshire. Get ready. It's showtime. Full-bodied style for full fender frenzy action. Into turn number 3 and off the 4th turn. Tim Bennett looking him over. Cam Robinson alongside. They come to the stripe. Green is out. And down into turn number 1. Eddie Ricard looks racy. The outside lane backed up just a bit as Butler and Bennett are battling for 3rd and 4th.
Wait, but it's not backed up any longer because Gambacorta is making a statement on the outside. Gets a little nudge from Michael Bennett. And the high roller, Ed Ricard, will lead the field across the line for the opening lap. And looking rambunctious in car number 4 is Tommy Butler. Let's see what Butler can do to try to track down Ricard.
Well, Butler has been Butler's car all of a sudden got a big caffeine twitch, as Matt calls it. And now all of a sudden, Michael Bennett goes down underneath Gambacorta. No love affair there as they come off the turn. And Bennett's up to the top 4.
Boy, that was a little grass skirt action that time as he looked like a hula dancer all over the track. He's straightened it out now, and he's going after Ricard. Got halfway there, and then Ricard was able to pull away. Tommy Fern is part of the picture.
Tommy Fern, of course, last week's big winner, and that's Sarah Ford. He's looking racy in the 3rd spot. The Mastiff Armory, number 16 machine for Bennett, is up to the 4th position, and 5th is Gambacorta. Trouble now. Again, Butler's car was evil. Fern had to back out of it, but gathered it back rather nicely. Bottom of turn number 3, Matt. Here comes Fern again to try to sneak down. Remember, turn 2 is the Achilles heel for Tom Butler.
Yeah, Tommy Ford showed you just said what veterans do. He saw that Butler was in trouble, so he backed out of it and let Butler correct it. Butler almost took a shot at Ricard, came up dry again, and Tommy Ford a factor. He is hanging off the back bumper of that number 4 car. Some great 3-way action a little deeper in the field, and Josh Wood is holding off Gambacorta and Jim Mavlojanis.
No question about it. Here comes Butler again to make the bottom move. Tommy Butler was almost there, and again the car was evil for a second. Now he gathers it back. It is Butler into command. Here comes Tommy Fern underneath Ricard. Bennett is waiting in the wings for this curtain call as they head to the bottom of turn 1.
And it looks like Michael Bennett very patient at this stage of the game. Now he is going to try to vegematic his way underneath Eddie Ricard. So those 2 cars are handcuffed together. Bennett, authority on the inside, and it will be Michael Bennett to move into the top 3.
Fastest car on the racetrack, Tommy Fern, 21.231. Your second place car is the quickest car out there. Butler is still the leader. Bennett has now moved into the 3rd spot. Josh Wood is coming forward. Meanwhile, look at Fern. He is there, nipping at the heels of Butler. They come off the turn again, and the Sarah Ford is rocking and rolling in 2nd, and Butler is trying to shake him off.
Remember, both Butler and Fern were on the podium last week, and here comes Fern, almost on cue, as he tries to machete his way underneath Tommy Butler. Halfway there, 3/4 of the way there, and Tommy Butler has moved in front.
He is the 3rd leader of the event. Last week's feature event winner, Tom Butler, showing it was no fluke that the Sarah Ford machine could win here at Stafford. It is back in front. 9 laps of 30 are now complete. Butler still settles back into second. Michael Bennett, the Magnum, is still in the third spot. It's not over with yet, Matt, as things are starting to settle in at the front of the field.
Tommy Fern looking to make it 2 in a row. So Fern has speed to burn at the top of the field. Michael Bennett, he saves his best for the second half of the race. He has done it all season long. So right now he's within striking distance of the number 4 car. We have problems for Scott Cook as he is in distress in the middle of turns 3 and 4. But there is nothing but smoothness surrounding Tommy Fern tonight.
No question about it. Fern in that Stafford Ford machine is still the dominant car so far. Tommy Butler comes off that second turn and down the back straightaway and pulls away a bit. But Michael Bennett can reel him back in. We've got a dogfight battle shaping up for second, Matt, as Bennett in the Mastiff Armory machine is working over Butler, who continues to hold on. Butler slipped up the racetrack that time, and now they settle back into line.
Yeah, Tommy Butler's car, it's like it's having a coughing attack. You never know when it is going to get out of shape, as it usually happens between turns 1 and 2. Now the top 3 cars could fit in a microwave, and the driver who's throwing off all the sparks is Tommy Fern.
Meanwhile, Michael Bennett has tried just about everything to get around Butler. Nothing has worked so far, but we are not even at the halfway point in this event. Still a long way to go, and it's the Stafford Ford machine, the leader of the pack, as now that time, Michael Bennett's car got a little bit sideways, almost with the same ripple effect that Butler has had.
Yeah, so those 2 guys are really going at it. A couple of Stafford contenders. Tommy Butler in the 4, and Michael Bennett almost dropped down. Looked like he is serious to try to hand grenade his way underneath Tommy Butler, and he hasn't pulled the pin yet. Butler still has second place locked up.
No question about it. There's a great battle going on there. Mavrogiannis, along with Wood, they are also contending at the bottom of the top 5 with a good battle there. Lapped automobile, will it create a problem or will it settle into line? Because here comes the leaders, and Fern makes it by without a problem. Bennett does as well. Butler in front of him, as Ricard is still in the 4th spot. Wood has got 5, and Jim Mavrogiannis sets in the 6th spot. They are 1 lap past the halfway marker.
And you've got to give a shout out to Ed Ricard, because he has hung up among the big boys so far in this race. Best racing for 5th and 6th. That is Josh Wood in the 17, and hanging off his back bumper as he is close enough to do chin-ups on the spoiler. That is Jim Mavrogiannis. Remember, Mavrogiannis was on the podium last week, but he is having a difficult time getting underneath Josh Wood.
And the same type of difficulty is happening between Michael Bennett and Butler. They are having their own little mini war sessions, and that works to the advantage of Tom Fern, because the Stafford Ford machine is out in front and pulling away, now with perhaps the biggest lead of the first 18 laps of this event.
Boy, as soon as we said that Mavrogiannis was having a difficult time getting by Wood, he made the move, and so did Cam Accorda. So Josh Wood is falling back to 7th place. Mavrogiannis in 5th, and Tommy Fern, he is almost like a maestro out there conducting an orchestra, as he has the line he wants, he has a rhythm he wants, and he has the lead that he wants.
He certainly does, and continues to set a blistering pace. Tommy Fern is now the fastest car on the racetrack, 21.096. 21.096. Fern, the leader, and it's showing. Michael Bennett still trying to work over Butler. He can reel him in, but he doesn't have enough to get by as yet. But the clock still ticks, 9 circuits remaining, and the toughest battle of the racetrack is for second.
Yeah, it looks like Michael Bennett, he gets 1 nostril of that car underneath Butler, and then Butler is able to pull away. Now he does it again. In turn number 3, the schnoz is underneath the 4 car. Let's see if he can do more, and he will. Michael Bennett is in second place.
The Magnum moves into second. Butler tries to stay with him as they come off the turn. Michael Bennett is up to second. Butler settles back in the third. 8 circuits and counting. Once Michael Bennett got around Butler, all of a sudden he seems to have a little more giddy up, Matt, as he's closing in on Tommy Fern, the leader.
Yeah, this is not a done deal. Remember, earlier in the season in the extra mark 50-lap race. It was Michael Bennett taking the lead on lap number 49. So Michael knows how to pace himself, and Tom Ford realizes that we could have a pressure cooker for the final 6 laps.
No question about it. Michael Bennett is reeling in Tommy Fern. The Stafford Ford machine has been the dominant. Bennett is still second, Butler is still third, Ricard in fourth, and Mavrogiannis in 5. Strongest point of the racetrack for Michael Bennett is entry for turn 3. Strongest point for Tommy Fern is exit of turn 2. And you'll see just that as he comes off the turn like a rocket.
Yeah, as he is able to lengthen his lead over Bennett, but Bennett will have a chance to get even as here comes the Magnum. And the lead is shrinking a little for Tommy Ford.
It certainly is, but it appears that it might be, well, time is starting to run out. And time is going to be a factor to work to the advantage of Fern, who is looking for back-to-back victories for Stafford Ford as the leader of the event. Here comes Bennett. He's closed it up considerably as they come back to the line.
Yeah, the swashbuckler at the front of the field is Tom Ford, but within striking distance is Michael Bennett. He still has enough time. We've seen Michael Bennett make up gaps like that before in just a couple of laps. It is not going to be easy, but he is capable of creating a highlight film during the final 2 laps.
A lapped automobile, car number 99, directly in front of the leaders. Down to the bottom of turn 1. Bennett has reeled him in. Fern still in command. Off that second turn. Down the back straightaway. Fern starts to string it out. Bennett reels him back in. There's the strong point for Bennett. He is close, but close isn't good enough. White flag is out, Matt. 1 more lap to go.
And Bennett has one more opportunity. Here comes Fern, protecting his turf at the front of the field. Tommy Fern trying to go back-to-back. Could Michael Bennett have one more last hurrah left in him?
They head down into turn number 3. Fern is there. Bennett reels him in. They almost touch. Bennett's car gets a little bit antsy. Off the turn, down to the line. It's Tommy Fern to take down the win. Michael Bennett gave it his all in the last 2 turns of the event, and it was a squeaker for second.